Hello, my name is Paul Bernard, also known as Victor Gripley, and I'm coming to you with a little introduction to my new series of Unity tutorials coming out. I recently been starting working on a game. I'm looking into different ways to finance it because I need some money to pay some people to make some art and some audio for my game because I'm not skilled at doing either one of those. And one of the things that came across my mind, well, of course, was Kickstarter, but that only works for people who have decent amount of money to give you at one time. What about the people who don't have much money to give at once? And I thought maybe a Patreon could do to be good. Somebody might want to give like a couple dollars a month to help me work on this game. But I was discussing with some other people about that and some about, well, you also need to have other rewards for them. Somebody suggested, how about doing Unity tutorials or Unity updates? I thought, hey, that could be cool. When I was a student learning how to do some coding stuff, I looked online for a bunch of my information, and when I looked, there wasn't that much that was really helpful for me. Most of the stuff on at that point had been outdated when they released a new version of Unity a little while back, and nobody went through and updated any of it, so none of it was really helpful at all. So I decided, hey, it would be really cool to have some of this knowledge I have now back then. So I thought, hey, I could help give some of those people that knowledge. Because I went to school to be a game designer, which handles more design aspects of making a game, not the different coding aspects. But during our final project at school, I took on lots of roles as the coder in the team. So I got pretty decent with coding over that time, although I'm not a super coder. My skills are mediocre, feels really negative, but I'm like middle of the pack. Like, I'm not awesome coder, but I'm not super amateur either. Uh, so I felt like my tutorials could be pretty helpful because I'm not going to make it be super in-depth or super complicated where the layman won't be able to understand it, because that would have been very useful for me when I was a newbie with coding to have just talk to me like you're five. So I'm trying to do some of that with these videos. But I'm going to try to make two different types of videos. I'll make one type of video, and I do most of these at the very beginning too, that's going to be free for the public so anybody can watch it, and those are coming some of the basic aspects of Unity and some different coding stuff with C#, because that's what I use. Fortunately, you're probably not going to get any JavaScript tutorials from me because I don't do that. I work with C#, but I'm going to try to do some of those basic tutorials for different aspects of Unity that would have been helpful to know when I was a wee little coder. And then I also will have some videos that will only be for my Patreon subscribers, which will be a little bit more in-depth and will involve lots of the stuff of like the game I'm working on, which hopefully that time will be a whole lot further along than this, although I do have a decent bit of coding work done already for this. But I'll be showing off some stuff with that, so people who are really interested in my game and want to see some stuff can subscribe to that to see updates about the game. Or if you also want to see a little bit more in-depth coding tutorials, you can subscribe to that and watch these special videos. But in the beginning, I want all my videos really to be free for the public, so that people who might be willing to pay for a subscription to see some different videos for Unity tutorials can actually see that this content is decent enough, or they'll be able to have a decent sampling of it before they actually pay any money out. So I want to do that for them. And these basic videos will be probably the basics of C# coding in Unity and some different nav mesh stuff. So be looking forward to that in the next coming week or two. I don't know how quickly I'll be able to pump these videos out with work and actually working on my game. But I want to actually release a decent quality product that can actually inform a decent amount of people, because that would have been really nice to have when I was at this point of not knowing anything about coding. So be on the lookout for that in the next couple of weeks. And if I've actually gotten around to making it, then feel free to check out my Patreon. And if you're interested, then don't do it anytime soon if I actually make it soon after this. But later down the line, when I'm actually starting to release some quality stuff, if you want to be awesome, you can give a little bit of money to that. Because I don't want anybody to do any money anytime soon. Because I don't want you to waste your money when I'm not actually releasing anything. But I'll probably make the Patreon sometime soon, so it will be ready at the point when I actually need it. But so be on the lookout for that if you are interested in that. Also, if you're interested in hearing a little bit about this game, check out some of the other videos I have made. I made an update video recently talking about this game, or kind of more or less announcing it. And I'll probably make a video talking about some different aspects of this game in more detail fairly soon. So check those out if you're interested in finding out a little bit more about this game I have right here, which is still in a fair bit of testing. I'm still working on some different things with the enemies and working on some different nav mesh stuff. So probably if I do any kind of Patreon only videos, it will be handling the different movement things I have coded up so far for this game. But until then, this is Bator Gripply, also Paul Bernard, signing out. Goodbye and have a wonderful day, and I hope these tutorials are actually useful to you. So until then, goodbye